You're listening to Morning Edition on this Thursday here on WCBU. I'm Rich Drager. A new pulpy crime thriller audio drama series by a local writer premieres this Friday. The show is political, historical, but ultimately an intimate story told on a big scale. WCBU correspondent Tim Rosenberger reports.
Doesn't it make you a little queasy, putting this out into the world knowing that none of it is true?
To be fair, Mr. Hopkins, what I needed was a story. I didn't ask you for the truth.
Perimeter is a 5-part series told only with dialogue, music, and sound effects. It takes place in 1944 Chicago. Two writer-producers at a Chicago radio station start creating World War II propaganda for the government. They quickly get more than they bargained for when someone is found dead and a rich gubernatorial candidate is accused of an atrocity. The two radio men must decide whether to be complicit in the propaganda-laced cover-up or risk their lives and tell the truth. Newton Holt is the 29-year-old writer, director, producer, and editor of Imprimatur. He says one theme is more isolationism and a person's responsibility to their fellow man.
What are you willing to risk to help people who may not help you? What are you willing to do to serve the common good? And how responsible are you, your rhetoric, for other people getting hurt?
This script is gonna inspire people.
To do what?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter because what people hear has little to do with what we say.
Holt has dabbled in acting, directing, writing, producing, and editing through high school and college plays, and managing Pekin Community High School's theater program. In recent years, Holt published prose fiction. He also wrote freelance radio stories for an LA audio production company. Holt pursues what he can get in front of audiences quickest.
Since I always came from like shoestring budget and duct taping things together, my mentality is always about producibility. And the good thing about radio drama is that there's a much smaller gap between ambition and what you're capable of as an indie producer.
Cody Cornwell is a 33-year-old Peoria theater actor who plays Imprimatur's main character, Noah. He thinks the power and abilities of audio dramas go back a long way.
It honestly just harkens back to our primal instinct of like wanting to listen.
Holt admits Imprimatur is a pretentious title, but one he thinks works for the show.
Imprimatur is a term that's often used with like the Catholic Church, but is used colloquially as well, which is basically the official stamp of approval. What is truth as ordained by a higher authority? And the story that we're telling deals a lot with who gets to control the truth, who gets to tell the truth, who defines the truth.
When making a story about America, Holt thinks the writer really has to go to bat, but also present the experience as a fun story with themes Trojan horsed in. Holt funded the series through a $12,000 grant from the Illinois Arts Council. He put out a casting call for the whole state, receiving 60 to 70 submissions for the lead role alone. Lots of Chicagoans auditioned for the parts, but the best candidates tended to be Peoria theater actors. Cody Cornwell thinks Peoria is a strangely slept-on talent pool with phenomenal actors, painters, physical artists, and musicians.
It's weird for me that people don't know more about us.
The final cast featured a wide range of experience, including a member of the Screen Actors Guild. Cornwell had long been interested in voice work, but had never done a purely voice-centered role. He says there's learning in any step into a new medium.
It's like jumping into like a dark lake and you don't know what you're going to bring up with you at any given point. And I think I found a new appreciation for tempo, if anything.
Recording took place over 5 days in late January and late February at Illinois Central College's Black Box Theater recording space. Holt freely discussed with actors their characters, the story, and the contexts of all those that might change how an actor approached the scene. Cornwell keyed in on his character's ambition and silver tongue.
I wanted to kind of show how that hubris, while also being an amazing and driving force for my character, and almost reinforcing everything he does at a certain point, can also really injure you. You know, ambition can give, but ambition can equally take away as well.
Holt's sound engineer and mixer, Jeremy Moser, works full-time as a studio engineer at Peoria's Northwoods Community Church. Lots of his experience is with music. He produced an album for the church and an August EP for a local artist. He has also recorded podcasts and audiobooks. Imprimatur was Moser's first experience with working sound on an audio drama. He says Holt did much of the sound design while he mostly balanced and mixed the sound. Holt taught Moser a lot.
He has shown me all these tips and tricks of the audio drama world of between sound effects, landscapes, music beds, has really opened my eyes.
In some ways, Holt's inexperience directing audio dramas helped him. At times, he would just follow his passions, like with a montage scene in the first episode.
Montage in audio is an insane thing to do. And I just had this like bullish confidence that it was going to work, that I wrote it in a way that you didn't need to know where everybody was at any given moment. You didn't need to know even always who was talking. You just needed to catch this passage of time.
Thank you again, sir.
For the best back rub I've ever gotten. Oh, you've got to teach my husband how to.
Love my husband. Of course I do. That's why I can't think of a better person on the planet to...
Suck my toes! These are good numbers. Noah, have you seen these? People are getting absolutely slap happy about this show. What is it about this program that makes people want to shoot me in the head? And that's a wrap.
Holt says Imprimatur spends time in a more contemplative, playish, literary mode, which is uncommon in audio dramas.
I think the audiences will follow me and will tune into it. They may not. We'll see. But that's one of those things where, like, if it works, it will be because I'm dumb about it and not following the collected wisdom of a lot of much smarter people.
Holt doesn't rule out film for a future project. Holt says his next couple ideas would be difficult to do in that medium because of cost and scale. He thinks indie films show their budget much faster than audio-only stories.
I would do film. I love film, and I have ideas for things I could do relatively cheap that wouldn't feel cheap. But for now, I really just want to stick to, like, how can I make something where the production matches my ambition for the project as closely as possible.
That may mean another audio drama, a film, or a book.
My career would be a lot better if I just locked in and got really good at one thing, but I just follow what makes the most sense for me.
New episodes of Imprimatur will release at midnight every Friday from August 28th to September 25th on most audio streaming platforms. Episodes will be 60 to 90 minutes and will be divided into chapters. I'm Tim Rosenberger.
And I'm Rich Drager. You're listening to Morning Edition on WCBU.